With fall right around the corner, the demand for sweatshirts is going to predictably increase. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what sweatshirt I'd be selling and show you how I'd go about researching what opportunities I should be taking advantage of ahead of the big demand increase for these sweatshirts. I'm also going to highlight a single Etsy listing doing just slightly over 2,000 sales in the last month that generated about $70,000 in revenue. Let's get to it. I mentioned I'd tell you what sweatshirt I recommend selling, and that would be the Gildan 18,000 crew neck sweatshirt. You can see it here behind me. It is an affordable option that leaves some room for profits because that is why we are doing it, right? Now, to begin my research journey, I'm jumping straight on over to Everbee. I'm going to use the product analytics feature, and I am only going to type in the word sweatshirt. I'm going to keep it broad. I want to see across the full spectrum what is selling and how well it's selling. Now, if you don't believe me, you could go to Google Trends, type in sweatshirt, and watch the demand increase as the weather tends to get colder as we head into the fall. I guess it depends where you live. I know here in Virginia, that is certainly the case, but we don't want to wait till it's already cold. We want to get these listed ahead of time and ideally build some sales velocity as we head into the seasons with increased demand. So I type in the word sweatshirt, I click search products, that button right above my head, and you can see here Everbee has analyzed 1.3 million listings indexed on this keyword and provided us some pretty valuable data. Now you can see here the first row, and I'm actually going to move myself to the left-hand side because I think it shows better. The first product right here is custom embroidered Roman numeral hoodie. All right, they got very specific there. The important part is not that they got specific, it's that they made 2,007 sales in the last month, okay? And Etsy actually displays the sales. So that is an estimated revenue of, it says 117,000, but when you actually look at the product on Etsy, you notice that they are running a 40% off sale. So if you take 40% off of this number, it comes to about $70,000. Still, they're doing quite well. This has sold 28,000 times on Etsy to date, and it is only a year old, 12 months old. That is incredibly impressive. And for anybody that thinks this is too saturated and it's too late to get started, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of listings out there that would beg to differ. This has generated 6,400 reviews. It's been viewed over 1 million times and favorited 44,000 times. This is absolutely absurd. It has a conversion rate of 2.78%. And this is all valuable information that Everbee is giving to us because we don't need to waste our time on products that, well, it depends really. I mean, what is your goal? How much money are you trying to make from your Etsy business? If you're trying to make a full-time income on Etsy, you do want to, generally speaking, be in the niches and be indexed on the search terms that can get you there. If you're competing for scraps, it's going to be really hard to hit big numbers that can set you free from your 9-to-5 job. I also obviously love to diversify my income streams and look for complementary ways to create additional income streams. That's what I call my Ryan's method. That's why I opened up an online school at ryansmethod.com where you can learn exactly how I did that and how I did quit my job in 2020. Now, what I wanted to show you is that if we actually look at this on Etsy, this product, you may be thinking, can we actually sell this? Also, it is a hoodie for what it's worth, but when you create these listings, guys, you can sell both hoodies and sweatshirts. Just last week, I think it was, we were analyzing some of the top print-on-demand shops on Etsy. We noticed them creating multiple product listings with the same design, just trying to see like split testing keywords, split testing thumbnails, right? There's no shame in doing that. You're paying 20 cents quarterly renewal fee, or not quarterly, every 4 months. So it's really not that expensive to split test on Etsy. I would recommend doing it. Now you'll notice here, they have some great mockups that really are intuitive and kind of show the value proposition that they're offering to the people that purchase from them. All right. They've also got a very specific customer in mind. It looks like they do offer a bunch of different colors. Okay. So it's not just these 2 different colors, but they found 2 that work really well together. Now, I wanted to show you, if you're thinking, Ryan, can we do embroidery sweatshirts? Can we offer embroidery on the sleeve? Because I'm actually blocking, if I duck my head out, there is another sleeve there too. Yes, we can do that. Printful actually allows you to offer embroidery. So they have DTG printing as an option right here. They have embroidery Right next to it, they have this unlimited color embroidery as well. If you click that, it costs you $3.50 more, but you get access to additional embroidery colors, but you can usually I get away with the standard embroidery. What I would recommend from my experience, and I sell mainly embroidered hats, is that you can offer the darker colored hats and just use, you don't have to do this, but I'm just saying you can just use the white thread for the embroidery and just keep things simple, right? The very light color, the white color, is going to contrast really well against the darker colored products. But here we go. If we scroll down, let me move myself over one more time. You can see here that you can click File Guidelines, and Printful will actually give you the size of the space that can be embroidered on the left chest, on the center chest, large center option, and then they have left wrist and right wrist, okay? And they actually have file templates for preparing your embroidered designs so that you don't run into any issues. Although if there are any issues, like if you get an order, the file needs to be digitized, the design file. I found it really easy to work with Printful, just from my experience having sold embroidery for maybe like 4 or 5 years now, going on 5 years. Alternatively, they don't offer embroidery for sweatshirts, but I did want to mention that Printify can both offer fulfillment for the Gildan 18,000, but DTG printing, not embroidered. Or if you want to offer embroidered hats, for instance, if there's an embroidered design that sells well on a sweatshirt, chances are you can probably, in my experience, sell it on a hat as well. I call that just doubling down, right? You've heard me talk about it before if you're subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, welcome to the channel. I hope you do hit that button. But you can also offer these sweatshirts through Printify relatively easily. And I was going to say, the sweatshirts on Printify are going to be cheaper for fulfillment than Printful. They also offer embroidery through hats, but they are actually cheaper to sell through Printify, but you have a restricted catalog of hats compared to Printful, where Printful probably has about 30 different hats, maybe 25. Printify, definitely not even close to that. So trade-offs, right? But Printify, you're typically going to have better fulfillment pricing. So when it comes to trying to compete with a listing like this, it's going to be really hard to straight up knock them off of their, organic rank, where I'm sure they're ranking extremely well on high value keywords like custom sweatshirts, custom hoodies, etc. But also, I just wanted to mention that, I'm going to move myself again. In Everbee, you can scroll down here and you can see the tags. All right, I do recommend studying these tags because they're often representative of the search terms this product listing that you're looking at are ranking really well on. All right, and when I say ranking on, that means customers go to Etsy, they type in anniversary gift, couples gift, couples sweatshirt, right? Custom date hoodie. Those are all search terms that this listing is ranking on. All right, and Everbee's giving us in the volume column an average, estimated search volume for these search terms, so we can kind of gauge what it would be most value to rank on. Ideally, you want to rank on all of them, and that can actually happen by creating quality listings that get clicked and convert into happy paying customers. You also get competition scores, so you'll see kind of, when you use volume versus competition, you kind of get an idea of how realistic it's going to be to crack those search terms and also how valuable they are. Anyways, you can find that on Everbee, and I do recommend, honestly, there's no harm done in just straight up hitting the copy all button and copying the tags to your clipboard when you go and create a competitor listing. Now, you don't need to copy it exactly as is. I'm just saying if you want to be in this niche or a similar niche, no harm done in copying the tags there. Now, one last thing I wanted to leave you with here, because we have that one listing that, guys, you could fall extremely short of competing with this listing behind me, right? You could fall extremely short. But if you carve out even a small portion of that pie, you can still be pretty successful than if you go and try to compete on some competitive, low demand evergreen niche, right? You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it's okay to try to carve out a small piece of a huge pie. The number 2 Etsy listing here, I just wanted to show you very quickly, is Mock City Studio, and I actually love their products. I have used some of their bundles. I think I have this bundle right here, actually, okay? The whole shop bundle. But they've got 2 bundles ranked in the top 10 when you look at the broad search term sweatshirt. And one thing I just wanted to provide you a little extra value is that you can actually compete with them, even if you have no photography skills and you don't know any models to, wear the sweatshirts so you take a picture of them. You can actually go to Midjourney, all right, the AI image generator tool, generative AI tool, and you can actually just sign up, click explore on their website, okay, midjourney.com. And in this case, I just wanted to show you that you can generate mockups with Midjourney. Yes, you can. In this case, I typed in smiling brunette woman wearing blank white oversized sweatshirt. Okay, and it is showing me similar results that people have generated in the past based on my query. If you like any of these that you see, you can go ahead, hover over it, click the dots, click copy, and click prompt. And then we know the prompt that they actually used to generate this, and they actually have a really long prompt here. It looks like they actually included the search term Gildan 18,000 sweatshirt with nothing written on the front. So anyways, guys, I actually have a Midjourney like full tutorial video on YouTube for free. I will link to that in the YouTube cards up here, and I'll link to it in the video description. But guys, check out Everbee. This is a great place to start your research journey. I hope you found this video useful. I'll link to Everbee in the description, by the way. Please hit the like button on your way out and subscribe if you're not already, guys. And I will see you tomorrow with a new video.